What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So yesterday I gave away another 2 free winners. That brings the record on the free wins in the last 2 days to 6-0. Overall, for the VIP, it was not so good. We ended up in the red yesterday. This entire month has been decent overall for VIP. I'm going to show you the exact numbers of what the record is for the last couple of days. And then I have 3 plays that you might want to parlay and stuff like that. I don't know exactly how I'm taking these, because I wanted to make this video, but all 3 of these are looking strong. I'm actually going to go through them with you on this video. So again, I have the information here, but I have not confirmed the plays. I'll let you know if I'm going to go with them or not, and exactly how I'm going to play them, I'm not sure yet. Before I get into the details, guys, please make sure to subscribe. In the posts for YouTube, you're going to see these posters. These are strong indications of players that should be hitting their lines. These are non-final plays. So I'm not going to go through these. Take a screenshot if you want. But these are points, rebounds, and assists. You can see the players right there, the current line, and then their hot streak of what they've been hitting. Again, these are only hot streaks, not final plays. Same thing for the shots on goal. Let me zoom in a little bit. These are the players. This guy, for example, has gotten 5 straight games with going over 1.5 shots on goal. Same thing with this guy with Perfetti, and so on. Take a screenshot if you want. Pause the video. These are just strong indications of players that have been hitting their line. Now, it's very important whenever you have a losing day, even a winning day, it's good to go back and analyze what happened. So overall, it's 6-0 this week. In the last couple of days, I've been giving out a lot of free winners. And again, VIP wasn't so hot yesterday, but overall, the free picks have been extremely good. So make sure you subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description where it says free picks so that you don't miss out on the free picks. So again, 1-2 yesterday overall, and then 13-3 overall on the last 3 days, meaning this is for VIP, the numbers that have been hitting for the last 3 days. Now, if you don't believe me, this is the one I shared yesterday. I went with the Lakers on the under. You can see they hit 223. We ended up getting them at a 230 on the under. This one was a little bit closer. They were at a 223, and we had them at a 227.5. So 228. So this won by 5 points. This one won by about 7 points or 8 points, something like that. So you can see there was no indication that this was going to lose at any point in the game, except for right there. So this was a pretty easy win overall. I doubled down on this one. I liked it so much, I actually took it right on the line of 220. And you can see they barely went over 223. So it was a decent overall look. And then at the end, they started catching up and scoring, some garbage time points. And they ended up killing the under. And then this one, I don't know what the hell happened. I was not watching the game. I did not pay attention. So I'm going to have to go back and see what happened. But they ended up losing 2-1. These guys were like top 3 in this category, and they lost. So it is what it is. Now, again, guys, I have 3 strong plays that I'm going to go through. Please bear with me. I'm going to actually give away the 1 free week. I said this yesterday that if we hit 200 likes, I was going to give away 1 free week to a random comment. I actually ran the random comment already. I'm going to go through it right now, and I'll do the same thing for this video. If we get to 200 likes, I'll give 1 free week. So you can see we barely almost hit 200. I'm not going to take that away from you guys. I really do appreciate everybody that took the time to like the video. So we did hit 196 likes, and I'll just take that as a winner. And then I'll do this now. So this is a random picker, and it's just going out on that video, and I'm going to pick the winner. And congratulations to Mr. Shark 7287. Please send me a text message, and I'll get you the 1 week for free. Here's the phone number to text me. Just say, hey, this is me. Make sure you're logged in and take a screenshot so I know it's you, and then I'll give you the 1 free week for VIP. I really do appreciate everybody that participated. All right, now let's get right into it. So the first thing I like to look at is the dashboard over here for SharpEdge. If you don't have access to this tool, go to the link in the description, click on SharpEdge. You get 2 weeks for free on this tool. So right here, the first thing I like to look at is the back-to-back report. You can see Brooklyn is on a back-to-back. Dallas is on a back-to-back. So Boston has a 1-day rest advantage, and Memphis has a 1-day rest advantage. The Cavaliers and the Pistons are supposed to win by 7. The Celtics are supposed to blow this team out, and it makes a lot of sense, especially with them being tired and traveling. You can see, again, the Nets are on a back-to-back. They got blown out yesterday. I think they lost by 20 points or something like that. They're supposed to lose by 15 over here. Celtics are on a 1-day rest advantage at home. This should be a very easy win for the Celtics. Then you got the Knicks against the Bucks. The Bucks have a bunch of injuries. This is actually one of the games that I'm going to be looking at, and I'll go through a deeper dive into that one. We got the Grizzlies over here on a one-day rest advantage against the Mavericks. Mavericks have been tanking completely. It does say that the Mavericks are supposed to win this game, which is kind of weird, especially them being on a back-to-back. But the Grizzlies do have pretty much their entire squad sitting. There is a lot of injuries in this game. I'm not looking at this game. I'm just telling you what I see right here. Then we got the Thunder to beat the Nuggets by 7 points over here. These are just projections. These are not final plays. All right, so the first play I'm going to be looking at is the over-unders on this game here, which is the Cleveland and Pistons. Let's do the math real quick. This is 118 plus 111. That's 229. If we start looking at the grand opening total was 230, so the projections are actually lower than the opening line, and the sharps agree. They bought it back so much that now it's dropped 4 points. Even though 86% of the bets and 89% of the money is coming in on the over, the line dropped 4 points. Now the Pistons should win this game. This is a pretty toss-up right here. Overall, they have somewhat of a decent record in general against the spreads against each other. Now again, I'm not looking at the spreads, but Pistons look decent right here whenever they're at home. What I'm looking at is the over-unders. So you can see 66% that the Pistons have gone on the under in the last 24 games. That's 16-8 in the last 24. The good thing I like to see whenever you're looking at the unders, you want to be looking at the defense and the offense, obviously. But you can see how good the offense is on both sides. But the big one is the defense. Look how good the defense is over here, 82% for Cleveland, 95% for Detroit. They have one of the best defenses in the league. And again, the win probabilities do show that Detroit should be winning this game. Now, the reason this is looking even stronger, besides what I just said, is the injuries. They got Donovan Mitchell, which is their top shooter for Cleveland, is out. Strus is out. And then you got Wade, Harden. All of these guys are questionable. Now, if these guys end up not playing, especially Harden, this line is going to drop even more. So just looking at this injury report, that's the 3 out of the 5 top shooters in their team that's going to be out. That's usually taking about 40 to 50 points off the board right there. So again, I don't know exactly how I'm going to play this. I am taking the under for sure. I do like this. I'm confirming it right now. I do like the under. Let me just give you a couple of more pointers that I have, and then I'll get into the other 2 that I'm looking at. The other 2 are going to be in the same game. It's going to be in the Knicks game. But anyways, the under has cashed 8 out of the last 10 between these 2 teams, which is Pistons and Cavaliers. Now, there's different models that say the projections are actually lower at a 225 instead of the 226 that I mentioned. So there is indications that's going on the under from different consensus. And now every single metric that we looked at for today, it's saying that's going to go on the under. This under is one of the top plays on the board as far as all the different things that we look at. All right, this one is not as strong as the other one, but this one's decent as well. I'm going to tell you, I'm looking on the over-under and also for the Knicks to win. So again, I don't know exactly how I'm going to play that with the numbers and stuff, but I'll give you the breakdown. Knicks is 118, Bucks is 108. That's the projected score. So that's a grand total of 224. We do see, I'm going to actually talk about both things, the spread, the money line, and the over-unders on this game. It's not just going to be the over-unders because the 2 plays that I was talking about is inside this game. So here we go. The New York Knicks, they started at a 5.5. They're currently at a 7.5. So if the money is split, why is the money shifting in the Knicks' favor? Now we look at the over-unders. You can see the 222 here, and it went down to a 220. So that's a 2-point line move. Not as dramatic as the other one. 92% of the bets, 97% of the money is coming in on the over. And again, it's a reverse line move. If this much money is coming in on the over, why is the line shifting down? Now, even though the Bucks have been covering spreads 80% of the time, the Knicks do have their number. This goes back to last season, so this is not as strong as a stat as it should be because it goes back to last season. So again, this goes 7-3, 70%. The Knicks cover the spreads against the Bucks. Now, very, very key indication here is the expert insights. You can see Milwaukee Bucks are 20% in their last 5 games versus top 10 scoring defenses. This is not a good stat for the Bucks. Now, on the Bucks side, on the over-unders, on the total points, you can see the Bucks are hitting 80% of the time on the under in the last 5 games. Now, this is very, very key as well. Like I said in the previous game, when you're looking at the over-unders, you want to look at how strong the defense is. and just as important is the offense. So you can see how good the defense is on both sides. Yet the offense on Milwaukee side is depleted as hell. You can see a 68%. It's in the red. So they're not scoring as much overall, and that has a lot to do with Giannis being out. You can see he's out right here, and then they got Prince and then McBride for the Knicks. So these 3 injuries are, hurting the over, but the big one is Giannis. He scores about 36 points per game, and that they're out. So a few more things. Without Giannis, they're 1-5 in the last 6 games. Now, a few more very key indications on why I like this play so much. Without Giannis, Milwaukee is 1-4. So in the last 5 games, they've only won 1 game, like I showed you. It's a 20% hit rate. Now, the Knicks on the under, they're only scoring about 102 points per game. And I showed you the defense is good on Milwaukee's side too. So the offense is without Giannis, and the defense is going to be strong against the Knicks. And the Knicks only score about 102 points on average, which is much lower than their season average. Just based on the averages, both of these teams should be hitting right around 215, not 225. So what I'm looking at very strongly is going to be on the under. I'm probably going to buy it back a few points. I'm also going to be either looking at the spread or the money line for the Knicks to win. Now, I'm not going to get into all this deeper research, but this option is here on the SharpEdge. It gives you the breakdown of every single thing. You can just kind of highlight this and look around. But again, I've already done this research. I'm not going to go through it here. And I will tell you, though, that the Knicks are looking very good against the Bucks for today. So here's the bottom line, okay? The Bucks, the public is seeing the Bucks at home. They're like, hell yeah. But the Sharps see great defense for the Knicks without Giannis going against the Bucks. So the great defense against a missing Giannis team. All right, so this is very simple. Overall, like I said, I'm liking the spread on the Knicks. I'm also might take it on the money line, buying it back. And then I'm taking the under on that same game, the Bucks versus the Knicks. And then the other one was the Cavaliers and the Pistons on the under. Again, I might be buying these back, parlaying them together, stuff like that. So if you want the exact slips that I'm doing, I'm going to do that inside the VIP. If you want the one-day card, go to the pinned comment. Also, please make sure you like, subscribe. We hit 44, almost 4,500 subscribers. Let's get to 5,000. Thank you so much. Let's have a great day.